Hi, Dream.
Hello.
It's good to see you here this week.
Good to be here.
How are you doing?
Okay.
Can you tell me more about that?
Uh, I I sort of started using again.
Okay. And how do you feel about that relapse?
I feel now that I think about it, I feel horrible. At the time, I felt good.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe horrible to me?
I feel like I failed. I was doing really good there for a while, and I feel like a failure.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe that failure to me? What does that feel like?
I guess it just feels really like lonely, maybe, and just unsure, kind of maybe confused.
Okay. I hear you saying a few different things, that you feel lonely and confused about how you're feeling. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's. I want to talk about all of those, but let's talk about the lonely feeling. Where do you feel that loneliness in your body?
I would say in my heart.
Your heart. Okay. And how does that feel in your heart?
It hurts.
Hurts.
It hurts. It's a tough feeling to deal with.
And why is that so difficult to feel that hurt in your heart?
I mean, because why is it so difficult?
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay. Um,
I guess the hard part is I have to be here. I've been court mandated to be here. I have to be here, and I really would like to change. You know, but I don't know if I can. It's hard. It's so extremely hard.
mhm. I definitely want to address those your feelings about wanting to change, but let's go back to the loneliness. What do you think about when you are feeling this loneliness in your heart?
Um, I think about like how proud everybody is of me for you know even though I've been mandated, for trying, to get help, for kind of at times being optimistic about it. I'm always optimistic towards them about it, but they don't even know that I relapsed or whatever, but, they're proud of me.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know. I share this with you, but they don't know. So I just think about, you know, how they would feel if I end up, my kids and my mom, my family will feel if I end up just back, and that might happen. The way I feel right now, it could happen. I don't believe I don't know that I could change. If I could stop using.
Mm-hmm. So when you're lonely, these thoughts of what your kids and your mom think of you are going through your head?
Oh, absolutely.
And are they the they that you're talking about when you say that someone is proud of you for being sober?
Yeah.
And how does that feel, knowing that they are proud of you?
Kind of puts a lot of pressure on me, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because they're proud and they're rooting for me and they believe in me, and I know they're picturing what it's going to be like, you know, when I'm well. So it puts a lot of pressure on me.
Mm-hmm. And does the pressure that you're feeling, does that make you feel the loneliness?
Sorta, um, sorta, because the pressure makes me feel like I want to just run away and just be free and high, you know, just get high and be free and not feel the pressure. And then I know if I do that, then I'm gonna feel ashamed and not want to be around my family.
Mm-hmm. So you feel like escaping?
Sort of.
Can you describe to me how you feel when you start feeling that pressure and the loneliness and you want to get away from that? Can you describe that to me?
Um, I guess I just kind of feel like, yeah, I guess escaping. I kind of feel like all this pressure's pushing in on me. I just want to get away.
Mm-hmm.
Just escape it. Yeah, escape.
Okay.
It's like all of these thoughts are, you know, filling up my head, and I can't turn it off. You know, I can't just have peace and calmness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just constantly thinking about my situation.
And is peace and calmness, is that what you want to be feeling? Is that your goal?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
It would be great to have that calmness while I'm trying to be sober. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it would help a great deal.
Okay. So I hear you saying some kind of contrasting feelings. On the one hand, you feel lonely and you feel all of this pressure from all these outside forces um, in regards to your using, but you want to be in this peace, in this calm state. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I guess so.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna have you we're gonna do a drawing, and I want you to think about two different roles that you play in your life. So you've told me a lot of different roles that you play. You're a mother, you're a daughter, um, you're using drugs. Think about different roles that you play. About two of those, and I'm going to have you on this piece of paper um, think about how you feel as one of those roles, what you're thinking about, everything that's going on, all those thoughts that are going around your head. And I want you to fill in one side with one of those roles. And on the other side, think about that second role that you play, and I want you to fill that in. And I have some oil pastels and I have some colored pencils for you. So go ahead and fill those in and just kind of talk to me after you get started. I'll ask you about it.
Okay. So one side is a mother, how I feel as a mother, and the other is as an addict.
Okay.
Right?
You tell me.
Okay. Okay, yeah. That sounds good. Mm,
And as you're drawing, just kind of talk to me about what you're feeling and what things you're putting down on each side.
well, my daughter likes flowers, so I'm drawing a flower there. And she likes pink, so I drew something pink. And we like to go pick flowers, and we like to play. We like to play. I'm a big kid. So we play at the park, and we love to be outside with a lot of green and grass and trees.
Mhm.
And we like colors. We like colorful, bright, colorful things. So I'm not good at drawing, so I'm just making some
Okay.
colorful objects.
Just whatever you want to fill that in with.
And my son, he likes sports, so we football. I used to play basketball. I was pretty good at it, so I teach him how to play basketball, and he really likes that.
Mhm.
So there's the basketball, and I'm pretty active, so I enjoy doing all of that with them, and they just think I'm great because I play with them, and nobody else really plays with them.
Mhm.
And it just feels really good when I'm at the park or whatever with them, and we're looking up at the sunlight. Because as an addict, it's always at night. The action, the activity, the street comes alive at night. So it's the night, and it's dark. It's hard to see. It's like opens over your eyes, and you have to try really hard to focus, or you just go blind, go with what's going on, you know.
So you have a hard time focusing at night?
It's hard to be good at night. There's just so much, seems like negativity,
Mhm.
so many negative things to do at night, but it is what it is. And that's when I could, get access to drugs the best.
Mhm.
And it's, to me, I'll get high any time of day, but nighttime is like the best because then people can't see you as good. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just kind of saying what's on my mind.
Mhm. And how do you feel when people can't see you?
I kind of just feel like somebody else. Like I'm not really myself, and sometimes I feel like it's not really me doing these things. There's all kinds of bad people out at night,
Mhm.
and they're like fighting maybe and just hurting each other, just doing bad things.
Mhm. Okay. Are you finished?
I'm trying to hurt for my kids.
You can draw as much as you want.
Okay,
What is that you're drawing?
it's my broken heart. I just feel crappy a lot of the time for the things that I do as an addict. When I'm sober and I think about the things and how drugs have control over me.
Mhm.
It's kind of sad because that's not how I started out.
Mhm. Can you describe that sadness to me?
It's just not. I don't know. I guess I feel it in my throat. It's like hard to swallow.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Do you feel, what does it do to your throat?
It makes it hard to swallow.
Mhm.
You know. It's just too much. It's a lot. I don't um I don't think about the sadness too much. I'll distract myself.
Mm-hmm. What do you start to think when your throat starts feeling like you can't swallow?
I I just distract myself. I think about something else.
Mm-hmm. Um, what do you start thinking about?
Oh, anything except for that I'm doing anything wrong.
Mm-hmm. So you're trying not to think about the sadness,
Yeah, pretty much.
right? What's keeping you from feeling that sadness? Why do you not want to feel that?
Well, because it's hard to change. It's hard for me to stop using drugs. So knowing that, I I'd rather just not think about it because I feel like I have no control over it. If I think about the sadness, I'd be just sad all of the time.
You feel like there's ever a time when you could not feel sad?
Yeah. Um, I feel sad when I'm with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty good at distracting myself, and I don't feel sad. But I think, definitely if I ever am clean and don't like really crave the drugs, then I won't be sad.
Mm-hmm. So looking at this picture, um, you're saying that on this side of yourself, as an addict, you're feeling this sadness and this loneliness. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
most of the time, some of
Most
the
of the
time.
time. Okay. And is there anything else that you're feeling over here?
I mean, when I get high, I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the feeling.
Okay. How does that feel? The enjoyment.
At the time, it feels good.
Mm-hmm. And afterwards?
I feel kind of guilty.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that that high is covering up the other emotions that you're feeling?
Um, Maybe. I don't know. I'd say to some extent it makes my life manageable. Like the high doesn't last long at all, but it makes it to where I feel like I can make it to the next high.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of gives me like hope, like that I can make it to the next high. Does that make sense?
You're describing a lot of different emotions with the side of yourself that you view as an addict. So you talked about sadness, loneliness, hope, feeling good. That's a lot of.
When
That's a
I'm
lot
high,
going
I feel
on.
good.
Okay.
When I'm high, which
Okay.
it doesn't last long.
Okay. How about looking at this image? Could you speak first from the addict perspective, looking at this picture? Tell me what's going on inside your head in this picture. Let's use some I statements. So I feel blank, I think blank. Could you speak from this perspective? I'm going to try to get a better picture of your emotions here.
Like, say I feel and then use an emotion word.
Tell me whatever, the first thing that comes to your mind. I feel anything.
I feel sneaky.
Okay.
I feel desperate.
Okay.
I feel helpless.
Okay.
I feel weak. I feel inferior.
Okay.
I feel lost.
Lost.
And I feel sad.
Sad. I can definitely see the figures in this side of your drawing. Um, they're dark. They're kind of you colored over this area pretty heavily. They're kind of lost in the image. They're missing something. What are they missing?
They are. They're just blind. They're missing their legs.
Mm-hmm.
They're floating.
So that there's no stability there. There's no way for them to move, to do anything.
They're lost. They're just stuck. Yeah.
And they're in the dark.
I kind of drew them to be like, like spirits trapped. They're lost. They're in between earth and heaven, I guess. They're just trapped.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. What do these figures, what do they need?
They need to be able to go to heaven, to the good, to the better side.
What do you mean by the better side?
I guess this would be the better side.
Okay. Can you tell me about this side?
That side's happy. Pretty much. That side's like sad and dark and horrible. And the other side is bright and happy and everything good.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Let's do the same thing with this side. Using some I statements. I think, I feel, I believe, I need.
I think there's a lot of good things to do.
Okay.
Good, positive things. Productive. There's life. There's growth. There's a plant. Flower. There's healthy activity. There's, basketball. There's sunlight. It's light. Everybody can see. Everybody's free to do things.
Mm-hmm.
The things they like to do. I feel free.
Okay.
I feel happy. I feel like I have options.
Options. Where do you feel that happiness and that freedom?
Maybe my chest and my cheeks.
Okay. Can you talk to me about the hearts that are on here?
Well, this heart is full of love.
Mm-hmm.
It's colored in. It's just overflowing with love. That heart is just broken. It's got a crack through it, and it's upside down. It's dysfunctional. It doesn't really work.
So I can see that the happiness and the freedom that you felt make your heart full.
And actually, this heart is colored. I should have colored it black.
Do you want to do something to it?
No,
Okay.
that's okay. But it's cold. It's cold water. It's broke. It doesn't work. It doesn't make love.
So, which side appeals more to you?
It's a good side.
This side?
Yes.
And this was you as a mother?
Right.
Okay.
Sitting here looking at it and thinking about it, it appeals more to me.
Mm-hmm.
But later later it might appeal more to me, but when I start like craving drugs, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm. So what is keeping you in this side? The addict side.
I guess I just excuse me. It's hard to. I can see the other side, the good side, and being a good mother. I can see it, but trying to figure out how I'm gonna get there is really, really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's really difficult. I don't know how to get there.
Okay. What could you, looking at this image, how could you change it so that the entire image appeals to you? What does it need to change?
I would have to get away. I'd have to get away from, I don't know, the bad people that bring me down.
Okay.
I mean, but that wouldn't be it. That wouldn't be sufficient. It would take a lot more than that. I don't know anything about. I mean, I can have fun with the kids for an hour or two,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as being a mother all the time, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. Um, I don't know if I could deal with the cravings that I have sometimes. I was doing good for a while, but then just like that, I was back.
Mm-hmm. I can see you getting frustrated as we're talking about these two sides of yourself. Is that right?
Oh yeah, because I don't. It's frustrating because I would like to live a normal life, but I don't know if I can.
Okay. How about let's take these two sides of yourself and let's act like you're going to be your addict self, okay? And sitting right over here is your mother self, okay? I want you to talk to the mother self. Tell her what you're feeling, what you're thinking right now.
Just do everything right. You do a good job. The kids love you. I wish I could be like you. You do it naturally. It's easy for you, it seems. Everything just seems bright.
Tell her how you really feel. I can tell you're frustrated when you're you've talked about the mother side, and that's something that you want, but you don't know how to get there. How does that frustration feel? Tell her how you feel.
Okay. It's really hard to be like you. How, I don't know what I have to do to even get kind of like you. Um, I think I need to talk to my addict self.
Okay.
I'll be her and I'll talk to my addict self.
All right. Go for it.
You're so stupid. You don't even try, really. You could do better. You used to do good in school. You were so smart, and I just knew you were going to be somebody. And look at you now. You have no control over yourself. But I know that you have it in you. I know you do. You just, I've seen addicts that recover, and they're living a normal, healthy life. So you can do it. You're just scared. You just need to just try harder. Just give it a shot.
Okay, good. How do you feel hearing your mother self say that to your addict self?
Um, it was interesting. Um, it was interesting because part of me does, of course, feel like I I should try harder. I know other people who have turned their lives around.
Mm-hmm.
Who were addicts. I've been to meetings and I've heard their testimonies, but I don't. It's so hard.
Mm-hmm. Now, your mother's side was saying, I know you can do this. You have it in you to do this. How do you feel about that? You believe her?
I like to think I have it in me. I mean, that's what I was telling myself when I had quit
Mm-hmm.
before. I just don't really know exactly what to do when I have the cravings. I don't know what to do.
Okay. What would your mother self say to you when you have those cravings?
Oh, she doesn't know. um,
What would you say to yourself if you were having those cravings as a mother?
I would say, just hang in there. It's hard. It's really hard, but if you just hang in there, it's going to get easier and easier to deal with till one day you don't even have the craving.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be tough though. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. Just tough it out, so you could get to a better life.
Mm-hmm. So, what would you think about when you in real life have these cravings and you want to use, and you're around these people that are encouraging you to use? Do you think that you could hear your mother's voice, or yourself as a mother? Do you think you could hear that voice in the midst of this darkness? No.
No,
Why not?
I don't know. I just, I, I just automatically, I try to stay away. That's my best bet is to try to stay away.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm there and it's like my body takes over me. Like I just want the drug.
Mm-hmm. So that's good.
I don't think about anything else.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's good that you're aware that being in those situations, being around the people that you've been living around who do use that keeps you from thinking as a mother or as someone who has kids that look up to them or people that you are accountable to. So that awareness is, that's the first step in making some sort of change. What do you think you could do to change your situation so that you aren't around people that are going to keep you from doing what is going to make you happy?
Um, I don't really know. I mean, I could try to maybe I could try to stay in my mom's
Mm-hmm.
because I don't have a stable home. I could try to stay in my mom's.
How would that keep you out of, what would that do to keep you out of this environment?
It would just kind of just stabilize, my situation. Because right now I have no place to live, so I live on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where everything happens. I mean, I guess all the good places to sleep are where the addicts are.
Mm-hmm.
Places to sleep, that's where the addicts are, and that's where the, the, the dealers are. That's where they go. So, if I stayed in my mom's, of course, I'd have a place to sleep, and I wouldn't have to go there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that will work out, but at least get me away from those, that environment.
You said give you some stability. So if these figures here, they don't have their legs, if they had some stability, if you had something that you could stand on, that you could be a foundation for you to change, what would you think of that?
I think that would be a start.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a start. Um, I maybe would find the peace and calmness that I need to think things through. Um, yeah.
Do you think that being in a different environment, being with your mom, would provide that space for you to feel this calm and this happiness?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is that something you're willing to explore?
I mean, I guess I could. I could try it and see what happens. But I just really don't want to be there and get everybody's hopes up
Mm-hmm.
and then fail and then let everybody down big time. So that's why I don't stay at my mom's.
Okay. So a fear of failure is keeping you from
Yeah.
staying there?
I don't want to let everybody down.
Okay. What would happen if, what would need to happen for you to let everyone down? What would that look like?
If I, excuse me, if I let everybody down, oh, it would be bad. Cause I've got their hopes up now, and I don't like that because that's pressure for me. Um, it would look like me just leaving for a long time and being sad because I miss them. But it would be hard to face them.
Okay. So you feel a lot of pressure having to live up to a standard that your mom and your kids have for you?
Yeah, that at least that I think they have. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about that more. What is that pressure? Where do you feel that pressure? Is that the same pressure you were talking about in your throat earlier?
No, this is like my whole body.
Okay. Can you describe that some more?
I don't know. It just feels like I'm being crushed. Like I'm just being forced into a box that's way too small for me, and I'm just being pushed in. I'm being crushed.
Okay.
And I'm trying to resist. I'm trying to force against it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing that with me. That's important to know how that feels, all that pressure. It's important for you to recognize when all of that is closing in on you and to know what can I do when all of this starts, when all of these pressures start coming on me and I'm feeling closed in, I'm feeling boxed in. When you feel like that, I would like to propose this week, until our next session, that maybe you journal a little bit about your feelings as both a mother and an addict. Maybe you could write down every day, how did I feel as a mother? How did I feel as an addict? What triggered those feelings today? What brought on feelings of pressure, or did I feel peace today? What caused that to happen? And what could I do? What is something that I could do differently or that I did well when I felt those things? Did I use today? Did I choose not to use? What do you think about that?
I can do that.
Okay. This could be a step for you to just start thinking about your thought processes and what is making you feel the way that you do. What is making you feel all of these emotions, and by recognizing that, you could see what can I do to change that? What can I do to move from this darkness and this immobility and instability to this peace and this calm? And I think if you are open to it, maybe considering maybe the journaling will be the first step before we talk. Next week we can talk more about possibly living with your mom. How does that sound?
Okay. Yeah. I think that would be good because I'm not ready to live with my mom yet.
All right. Let's explore. Let's explore some of your emotions and your thoughts before we get somewhere that you're too uncomfortable with.
That sounds good.
All right. Well, it was very good to see you today.
Thank you.
Have a great week and bring that journal back next week.
I will. Thank you.